Welcome to Birdlime Stationery Limited, a successful regional company that's looking to take on a temporary sales executive. Among the candidates applying are Billy Bottom, Mandy Middle and Tessa Top. Sales Director Barney Birdlime and HR Manager Kate Staples have been through a pile of CVs, including those from Billy, Mandy and Tessa. We've also read these CVs, so before we join Tessa in her interview, let's find out from Barney and Kate why the other two did not make the shortlist.
Well, the reasons Mandy didn't make it were an excessively flowery font for her name and address, an unnecessary picture included, an inappropriate email address, a lack of personal details. Her CV was very weak without reference to skills or personal profile. Well, it looks like Mandy got good grades at school, but she has not included details. Again, for university, some detail of what the course included is very important. Her work history, she says she was an assistant manager. Nasty spelling error there. But also, she didn't add any detail about her responsibilities, skills and achievements. Hobbies and interests. Well, these add nothing to her CV. I'm certainly none the wiser from reading this bit. Fluent in French and Spanish. Oh, this is a fib.
Yes, we caught her out here. I phoned her and spoke Spanish to her, and she didn't understand a single word I said.
And finally, Mandy's references. There's a spelling error in the title.
So, a lot of work for Mandy to do if she's going to be taken seriously.
The reasons Billy didn't make it were, first, a spelling error in the title. There were far too many fonts used. The presentation of Billy's CV was very poor. There's also a rather sinister photograph. What's that all about? The email address was also inappropriate. Personnel statement, wrong spelling and useless in this context. This got Billy nowhere. Educated? What's educated? It should say education, spelt correctly. Employment. An unfortunate spelling of mega bowl. Also, look at the big time gap between jobs. That sounds dodgy to me. Billy's interests. These do not bring Billy alive and would suggest a solitary introvert. References. Looks like he's used his dad. Definitely not a good idea.
Billy has fallen far short of the mark and will need to think carefully about an effective selling strategy if he wants his CV to be taken seriously. That's why the only candidate called to interview is Tessa. So let's meet her now and see what her CV has done for her and how good she is at giving appropriate additional detail.
Well, thanks very much for coming in, Tessa. Tell us, what exactly was it that made you apply for the job?
I've broken up for uni and I just wanted something to do in the holidays, I guess.
Do you think you're likely to be any good at it?
Yeah, I think I'd be all right. Had a couple of jobs before in the holidays, so yeah, should be fine, no problem.
Well, what do you know about Birdlime Stationery? Please tell us.
What do I know? It sells stationery like pens and rulers and things. I've seen it around, sort of been past the shop, not in the shop, but past the shop a few times.
Checked out our website at all?
No, actually didn't know you had a website, but
No time to do that, or?
I just didn't quite expect to have to do that.
Okay, right. Okay.
Well, maybe that won't matter if you can show us that you can sell something. Now, I tell you what, let's see if you can sell me this pen.
Sell a pen.
Yes, sell the pen.
Okay, sorry. What do you mean sell?
I'll say it more slowly. Sell the pen. Is that clear enough?
As in make it look good and stuff. Okay. Well, it's grey, and has a little clicky thing. Probably good for writing, you know.
Have you ever sold anything at all?
Well, just at the shop, like I help customers and things, if that's what you mean, just between university holidays.
You've worked in a shop, and what were you doing in the shop?
It was sold clothes and stuff like that.
Did you enjoy that?
It was fine. I only did it for a couple of months, but I decided to go. It wasn't really my thing, basically. Yeah.
All right.
We've heard enough about your previous career, so many thanks for coming in, Tessa, and we'll let you know.
Yes, we'll be in touch.
Thanks. Cheers.
Tessa's performance is a classic case of not living up to the promise of the CV. She doesn't appear to have done any worthwhile preparation, and I bet she could have predicted all those questions if she'd given herself time to get ready. She put herself on the defensive all the time, meaning she never gave herself the chance to tell us worthwhile information or give valid examples.
Best to give Tessa the chance to do it again then. So here she is, having been much more thorough and thoughtful in her preparation.
Thanks for coming in, Tessa.
Thank you
Tell
for
us,
having me.
what made you apply for this job then?
Well, I applied because I really feel I've got something to contribute. I know it's only a temporary position, but that suits me perfectly, because I start on a new graduate entry training scheme in a month's time. But I'd like to make a success of this vacancy and ensure my successor can hit the ground running.
You mentioned problem-solving experience here on your CV,
Yes.
but I can't see any reference to any actual selling. Can you sell?
That's true, there is no mention on my CV. But yes, I've had 3 part-time jobs during university, all of which have been selling jobs. I used to set myself personal targets day by day when I worked at Jellyman. You know, someone would walk in and I'd say to myself, they're not leaving without this jacket or this pair of shoes. I really loved it.
Do you know anything about Birdlime Stationery?
Yes, you were founded by Bosco Birdlime in 1958. Your retail division consists of 15 shops across Northshire. And I know that you have a brand new website. Also, I believe you employ 32 full-time and another 20 part-time staff.
I'll tell you what, Tessa. Sell us this pen.
Okay. Well, take a good look at this pen because it could be just about to change your life. Write a blockbuster novel with it. Draw a fantastic cartoon with it. You need this pen right now, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And how much money do you have on you?
Let's have a look. £2.90.
Well, then the pen is yours for £2.90.
Done.
You have been.
Right, well, I think we've heard all we need to hear, so thanks very much indeed for coming in, Tessa.
Thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
to meet you.
Thanks very much. Speak to you soon.
3 days later, Tessa was offered the job and accepted it. Billy is still looking for work. Mandy has secured a part-time position at her local garden centre.